This keeps getting crazier. The trade between the Sacramento Kings and Denver Nuggets has been anything but a smooth ride. Jonas Valanciunas just spoke out about the trade, and nobody knows quite what to expect or believe about this trade. Amy Sutherland here for Nuggets Digest. Stick around till the end of the video and hit the subscribe button to make sure you get all of the Jonas Valanciunas updates. So, it was said on an interview this week in Lithuania that Jonas Valanciunas, he was asked about the trade rumors and everything that's been going on, and this is what he said. He said, "Once the trade is finalized, we'll put together the plan for the trip to Denver. The team will outline how they see the situation, medicals, and all the details. That part is up to them." So from this quote, it seems that Jonas Valanciunas is going to be making a trip to Denver to make sure the trade goes through. The Denver Nuggets have stated that they are not going to allow Jonas Valanciunas out of his NBA contract. So Jonas Valanciunas speaking in a little bit of code, saying that he will just do what the Denver Nuggets organization is expecting of him. A follow-up question was asked to Jonas Valanciunas. The reporter asked, "Can it be said that you'll be playing in Denver next season?" And Jonas Valanciunas wisely replied, "You can say whatever you want. People have already said plenty. The whole thing blew up like a bubble." These quotes are quite humorous to me because Jonas Valanciunas is seemingly playing both sides. He obviously doesn't want to make people from Panathinaikos hate him, but he also wants to play it safe with Denver Nuggets fans, not make them have anything against him. Also, he is being offered $12 million by Panathinaikos. I looked up how to pronounce that and I've been practicing pronouncing it, so hopefully I've pronounced it correctly. And if I didn't, please let me know in the comments below a better way to pronounce it, but I tried my best to learn it. So that being said, Jonas Valanciunas, this deal has been a crazy deal for the Denver Nuggets because Nuggets fans and the Denver Nuggets organization thought that they were going to be getting a backup center for Nikola Jokić, a place that has been sought after for many, many seasons to find a backup center for Nikola Jokić. Jonas Valanciunas is more valuable to the Denver Nuggets than almost any other team in the league, which is why this trade was an astronomically great trade for the Denver Nuggets. And then to have all of the drama of Panathinaikos offering Jonas Valanciunas a lot of money and a lot of freedom in playing time and being able to take his family back to Europe would be just right for Jonas Valanciunas, making this a somewhat tumultuous trade. But as Jonas Valanciunas said, he will just go along with what the Denver Nuggets organization wants from him. The crazy thing about this whole trade is that it is now a known fact that Jonas Valanciunas' agent was the person that caused this whole problem. He told Panathinaikos that Jonas Valanciunas would be able to get a buyout from his NBA team and almost scared Panathinaikos that Jonas Valanciunas would be playing on their team in the upcoming season. The Denver Nuggets were not aware of that information, which is why there has been so much pushback between both Panathinaikos, Jonas Valanciunas, and the Denver Nuggets. Honestly, I'm feeling a little bit bad for Jonas Valanciunas. He's trying to do what's best for his career, his playing time, his family. He has been traded and traveled around all over the United States. I heard that he sent his family back to Lithuania, to Europe, to live because it was becoming so tumultuous to travel and be traded around. Jonas Valanciunas is looking for maybe more playing time to be a star player for Panathinaikos, and just looking for a time in his career and in his family that it can be a little more chill, a little more leisurely, and he can make a very similar amount of money to what he was making in the NBA. So Jonas Valanciunas is caught in between these two big organizations, these two deals, and from his quotes, it kind of seems like it's really not up to him, and that is disappointing. Well, also, as a Nuggets fan, I really want him on the team. I want to see what he's able to do. But that being said, a player that doesn't want to be in a place might not play as good. Now, I do believe Jonas Valanciunas is a professional and he will play as hard as he can for the Denver Nuggets and will help them if the Nuggets choose to make him honor his contract, which is what all of the signs are pointing to. The Denver Nuggets are most likely going to expect Jonas Valanciunas to be playing on the Denver Nuggets team for next season. This is news that everybody was hoping for. But now, after so much drama and so much pushback between the two organizations, maybe the right option is to let Jonas Valanciunas go. I think it might be. I think that might be the right thing for both Jonas Valanciunas and for the Denver Nuggets. I heard that Al Horford is waiting to see what happens with the Jonas Valanciunas trade. That might be putting too much out there. I'm not sure if Al Horford is really waiting. I heard that. But I'm assuming because if Jonas Valanciunas does not stay with the Denver Nuggets will have a lot more money to be able to offer to Al Horford as part of his deal. So, Al Horford is now deciding between three things. He's deciding between playing for the Denver Nuggets, playing for the Golden State Warriors, or retirement. And if Jonas Valanciunas does not come to the Denver Nuggets, the Nuggets would have a lot more cap space, a lot more salary space to offer to Al Horford. And that is what I believe the Denver Nuggets should do and should pursue. They will have a player in Al Horford that actually wants to be in Denver, that actually wants to be in the NBA still and hasn't gotten over all of the NBA drama. Al Horford is seeming and appearing day by day more like a better option to what the Denver Nuggets are looking for. It is disappointing because the poor Sacramento Kings were trying to just create salary space to sign Dennis Schroeder. They traded Jonas Valanciunas, got Dario Saric, and now it seems that they could have just bought Jonas Valanciunas' contract out and had the same amount of cap space. Now they have Dario Saric's contract to deal with. We'll see if Dario Saric can do anything for them. He did not have the capacity or the type of player that melded well with the Denver Nuggets players and organization. So, hoping that Dario Saric can actually play well for the Kings or be an end-of-the-bench player just like he was for the Denver Nuggets. Jonas Valanciunas, in the ideal world, would be going to Panathinaikos, and Al Horford would be signing to be a Denver Nuggets player for next season. That is my opinion of what should happen, those three players being moved around in that way. But like I said, everything is pointing to the Denver Nuggets expecting Jonas Valanciunas to honor his contract with the NBA. This contract will be ending next season, but it could be more tempting for Jonas Valanciunas to sign with the Denver Nuggets if they guarantee his player option after the end of next season. That means that Jonas Valanciunas would make $10 million next season and the season following, making this deal with the Denver Nuggets a lot more lucrative than a deal with Panathinaikos. And this is the only reason why Jonas Valanciunas may be willing to play for the Denver Nuggets next season if they can guarantee 2 seasons of very high paying play. And then he could go play for another team in Europe or play for Panathinaikos. Like I said, all of these updates are time will tell. The Denver Nuggets trade for Michael Porter Jr. and Cam Johnson just went through on Sunday, and they are waiting for the trade with Jonas Valanciunas to go through. It might take a little bit of time for Jonas Valanciunas to come to Denver, go through all of the medical processes and checks, and then the Denver Nuggets will announce what exactly is going to happen with the trade. As always, hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with everything Denver Nuggets, and until next time, go Nuggets.